through, and I was like, oh shit, he sent me 2 shirts, and he was like, just send us one back, and I was like, yeah, it lives in my house now, doesn't it?
Yeah. Welcome to the Brew. Steve's talking about how he keeps buying stuff and then by accident.
Do you like, realistically, right? Amazon's a one-way street.
Yeah. Amazon is an absolutely one-way street. Clothes, sometimes I'll send it back. But if I get something from Amazon, like a pipe or an HDMI cable or whatever, and it's the wrong thing, it just goes in the basement. Nothing gets sent back. I don't even know how to send stuff back to Amazon.
It's probably very easy.
It probably is. They make it easy, don't they?
ASOS is quite easy at sending stuff back.
Yeah.
That also lives at my house and doesn't get sent back.
I think...
Unless Janine sees her ass and she's like, I'll fucking send it back.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Can we just say, by the way, with the Spotify going up in price, with Netflix going up, everything's going up, the £8.99 of Amazon Prime that gets you Amazon Prime Video, it gets you unlimited free next day deliveries, it gets you that sort of weird in-between Amazon Music thing, it also gets you, I think, like a monthly trial thing of like audiobooks and all sorts. It's by far the best value for money subscription service in the world now, comfortably. $8.99.
And not only that, Jeff Bezos is shitting cash like you won't believe.
But it's unbelievable. So much? I don't know. Because I'm spending, I suppose everyone spends shit, like everything you buy is on Amazon. It's the biggest shop in the world, and you get unlimited next day delivery and essentially Netflix.
They fucked everyone in the next day delivery game. Because I bought a pair of jeans on Monday or Tuesday, right? Yeah. They're not here already, and I'm annoyed.
Fuming.
Yeah.
I know.
Whereas Amazon, I put the phone down after buying something on Amazon and go and check the doorstep.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I bought a TV 2 days ago, and it arrived technically the day I bought it. Oh no, I bought it last night at midnight or something, and it arrived. It just said today before 10 p.m. How's that possible?
Well, if in the city centre as well, if you do some stuff, there is same day.
Yeah. The
grocery can be same day, but there's also stuff like get it before 6. That's incredible.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And also with Amazon, you get some Premier League games. So you're getting Premier League games, unlimited next day delivery at the biggest shop in the world, loads of TV show and films.
Why is Jeff Bezos considered it? Oh, it's the way the warehouse works.
Yeah, because the warehouse is basically...
Did you go for a wee?
Yeah, you're sacked. Not actually, you're not just sacked, you're killed. You're just murdered on the way home. Everyone goes missing.
Yeah, I don't know any ex-Amazon employees.
You either work there or you ain't working anywhere.
It's like Bill Burr's cruise ship theory.
What's that?
Google it.
I think I saw that show live, actually. Is it where people are sort of killing people and that? Yeah, I have seen that. How are you?
No, I'm alright, how are you?
I'm doing well. United are sort of doing stuff. Do you like this? Efficient?
Don't you fucking dare bring that to the Brew.
No, but here's the thing. It's quite fun. I'm not shoehorning it in. United are actually doing stuff. Like, we're sacking and hiring multiple new staff all the time. Everyone's Dutch. Everyone is Dutch now.
I think I might be Dutch now.
I think you have to be to watch Man United. They're going to do a policy at Old Trafford. If you're not Dutch or sort of nearly Dutch, you're not getting in. That is weird though, isn't it? That we thought we might get rid of Ten Hag and all of a sudden actually, not just are we keeping him, we're hiring all of the Dutch coaches and assistants and, what was this today, a goalkeeping coach.
Oh, and he's Dutch as well?
He's Dutch. He joined Ajax 2 weeks ago.
Be a cycle lane round Carrington.
Yeah, and we've spent $100,000 to get him from Ajax. He joined there 2 weeks ago from Burnley. And we've got him already. Like that, people on Twitter were like, this is a disgrace. This is how dare Ten Hag do this to his former club? We want a new goalie coach.
And Van der Sar's not there no more, is he?
No. I don't think
he's about 20 minutes away then, isn't he?
Probably.
He started the car and he's just like defrosting the windows.
Is he alright now, Van der Sar?
I believe so.
That's good. Yeah. Speaking of Dutch, guess who ain't playing tonight? The Netherlands. Spain versus Germany at 5 o'clock though. That is a banger, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm annoyed I'm here, to be honest.
Well, what games have you seen so far?
What? Oh, when I'm out there?
Yeah.
Fucking 2.
What?
England and Serbia.
Absolute banger.
And then Austria-France.
Oh, that was actually quite good. Austria looked really good, didn't they? And then as soon as they faced someone they could feasibly beat, they lost. How annoying was that?
Pure underdog techers. Ralph Rangnick fucking throwing all sorts. There wasn't a cup of tea left in that dressing room, I guarantee.
No.
I thought I was going Belgium-France.
Yeah.
And then I was hanging around the UEFA hotel like a bad smell, just thinking there'd be some... Everyone was like, there's always returns. We'll get one. Right, sweet. Fucking Fabio Capello going up to the desk and fucking Miss Guzzi for a ticket.
Really?
I thought, fucking hell, I'm well down the pecking order here, aren't I?
Capello was there?
And not getting one.
Who have you seen when you've been out there?
Everyone.
Because the World Cup was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you ain't got the sort of South American contingent that your Batistutas in your R9s that you saw at the World Cup.
They bring a real flavour to it, don't they?
Yeah. Who have you seen here?
It's mostly a load of the legends. and it's
just the legends and that.
But it's the people that are there like as legends and stuff. I can't even remember.
Rooney,
because there's so fucking many. Oh yeah, Rooney. That was in Berlin. That. So basically, I thought I was going to France, Belgium.
Yeah.
No, different day. What was I trying to do? No, I was trying to get to Spain, Albania. Couldn't get a ticket for Spain, Albania, so I got a flight to Berlin to go on a piss with Ash.
That's just great, isn't it? That's the life, isn't it?
Turns up at the BBC hotel, walk in, Lineker, Shearer, and I thought, I'm going to tell them I'm really enjoying listening to their podcast at the moment. So I ended up having a chat to Gary Lineker about his podcast and stuff. David Moyes walks past. I'm not fucking on David Moyes.
What? Because I've heard you speak relatively poorly of David Moyes down the years, to put it lightly. Does it feel different when you see him?
Yeah.
I knew it would. And this is the do you worry about this a little bit?
No.
Because are you worried you're going to lose your Stephen Howson edge? Because part of what makes you so good is you'll say anything. As long as you believe it, you'll say it. But then when you bump into this David Moyes, knobhead, arsehole, ruined my club character, does it feel
But
like...
I've never said he's a knobhead.
No, I know you're
he's
not
just
saying
not
that.
good enough.
But like, does it feel a bit like...
I reckon he'd agree with me.
The problem is he probably would, actually. He actually seems like a decent bloke, David Moyes.
So I'm not going to repeat the stories, but so we get into the hotel bar after... What game was it that night? Oh, it was Spain, Albania. What was the other game that was on?
No idea.
Whatever night that was.
Yeah.
And everyone's back to the hotel bar. Rooney comes in for one, leaves, gutted. Genuinely. I was
so
like,
sad,
fucking hell. We nearly
Especially
had a night
when you
out
know
with
he
Rooney.
likes a drink as well.
Well, what was being said is he had a real good night the night before. And I'm like, oh.
Where were you the night before?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm like, fucking hell, bastard. All right, whatever. And then David Moyes, Lineker and Moyes are talking, and Lineker's like, it reminds me of Gaza in so many ways. And then Moyes is like, have I got some stories for you about him when he was at Everton? Which I'm not divulging, but were fucking mint.
Were they?
Yeah.
What about him doing extracurricular activities?
Wayne Rooney at 14, hilarious.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And an absolute nightmare to manage by the sounds of things. And then Lineker's just going, it's literally Gaza. He's literally Gaza. Shearer's in there, Micah Richards in there. It's Micah Richards' birthday, whenever that was. Because he's got donuts.
For those who celebrate, obviously.
And then there's a couple of other people sort of kicking around. And then it kind of all filtered off. And then me and Ash just went and shot a couple of quiet ones.
Couple of quiet ones. Yeah, that sounds like it. With Rooney, why do you think he did so much more than Gaza? Just talent, or he wasn't obviously quite as troubled, or what? Because
don't know. But like, so I was like, does he have a fucking? Does he know who we are? So I was chatting to Rio about it. Rio didn't come out with us that night, but I was chatting to Rio about it. I was like, does Rio know who we are? Because he didn't walk up and be, I don't know who this guy is. I mean, I know him with Ash, and I know Ash played with him, and obviously he's working with him at the moment. So it's kind of like, does he? And he obviously follows Ash. Rio FaceTimed him while I was with Rio last week. Yeah. And I'm like, you just don't ever presume.
But you've never met him before?
I've never met him before.
Right.
So you don't presume, do you? Like,
no.
He just, of course he knows who I am. But he walks up and he's like, dyed me beard, can you tell?
I've dyed my beard, can you tell?
And I'm like, fucking hell, it's Wayne Rooney.
Like you went to school with him or something.
Yeah. Oh, just like we was out that night and he's just come back out and been like, dyed me beard, can you tell?
Could you tell?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, that's so good.
He goes, oh no, I'm not going to say.
You know as well, just from that, I've dyed my beard, can you tell? You know he's a great laugh. Because he's not pretending.
He just opened with
he's
it
not
as well.
like guarded, he's not, oh, who's this guy? Well, I'm not going to be myself. He's just coming up to you, I've dyed my beard, can you tell? God, it would have been so good if you went on the absolute smash with him, wouldn't it?
So I went, fucking hell. I said, Wayne, I'm really sorry. I genuinely don't like doing this, although my Instagram suggests I do. I said, but I got to get a picture. And Ash goes, oh, fuck off. And I was like, no, you're something to fuck off for because you're taking it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a picture.
Yeah.
And all I could think of is, I need a Wayne Rooney night out story. So I was like, Wayne, are we going on a smash later or what? And he gave me an answer, which got me so excited for about 4 hours until after the games, and then we didn't go out. The sort of answer is if you'd have popped your head into my office and gone, Steve, would you like a Red Bull? I go, yeah.
Can you not say what he said?
That's what he said.
Oh.
I went, we going on the piss later? He was like, yeah. And I was like, ah!
That would just be the best night ever, wouldn't it? It would be the best night because not only is it the greatest English player of our lifetime, easily, but he's also, I mean, maybe to a troubling degree because he was drinking when he was playing, but he loves a drink. And he's open and he's friendly. That is an all-time night if that happens.
And what I learnt was he likes a rum as well, and I'm just thinking, oh my God.
You two are two peas in a pot. Imagine that. You and Wayne Rooney just like Max and Paddy in it, driving around Germany together in a big van.
So he comes back for one and then goes, and I'm fucking devoed. I'm like, right, I suppose I'm going to have to go out with Ash now.
Yeah. God, what a shame. Have you got bored of that? Because it's cool that you get to hang around with like Rio Ferdinand and Ashley Williams, but then you think, oh, I won't mind a Wayne Rooney night as well.
But I say, like, it should be a big thing that Sunday night I was having a bev with Rio.
Yeah, obviously.
But not even mentioned because, Ed Sheeran was there.
What?
We spoke about this on a podcast the other day.
What? I didn't know he came out with you.
Who?
Ed Sheeran?
Yeah, for like 3 hours.
I thought you just bumped into him.
No, he was out. So I land.
I thought he paid for some meal for someone.
No, I land and I'm there late. And I'm fucking having a nightmare checking into the hotel because we're kind of sharing a room between a couple of staff, if you like.
Yeah.
So I'm having a nightmare getting into my room. They give me a room key, which is somebody else's room, and I walk in on her in bed. Sorry, they've given me the wrong room key. So she ends up coming down, kicking off.
You had to batter the door down, though, which is a bit weird.
Huh?
No matter. Go on.
So I eventually get my room sorted, and I'm fucking knackered, and I'm debating just going to bed because I've landed at midnight. But I throw Rio a text and say, is anyone out? And he goes, yeah, I'm on the terrace. So I go, oh, okay. So he goes, come down, we're having a beer. Right, sweet. That's all the information I get. I go down, there's like 20 people sat around like a big long table, and there's one spot free, which is right in front of Rio. So I sit down, and only when I sit down, I go, oh, fucking hell, Ed Sheeran's here. So we just...
What, next to Rio?
Yeah.
What's he like?
Mega.
Is he?
Yeah. So I sit down, he's like, oh, nice to meet you. And I'm sitting there going, this is fucking nuts. My wedding song was Ed Sheeran.
Was it?
Yeah.
What?
That's your name.
One of the best ones.
Which one's name an Ed Sheeran song?
Thinking Out Loud.
That's
Shape
the one.
of You.
Thinking Out Loud, I think.
Was it?
So,
Ed Sheeran has got, in the best-selling albums, he has got 3 of the 2010s. He's got 3 of the top 7.
Did all right then.
He's done very, very well for himself.
He's done all right.
But he still just looks like... He doesn't look famous, does he? Is it because he's kept the same 2006 hair?
Don't know.
Has he got that same...
But he's sitting there and he's just chatting about football, chatting about the games he's watched, games he's going to. He's talking about Ipswich getting promoted. We had a chat about McKenna. And he was saying that he's going to the opening game against Liverpool, must be the early kickoff, and then he's got work later that day. Which I was like, oh, he's got work. I got work?
Yeah, what's that, Wembley Stadium in front of 90,000
gig in Serbia,
people?
so he's obviously getting a jet to fucking Serbia afterwards to go fucking do a doofer. And I was like, wow, this is mad.
That is mad.
But
Did you chat to him?
I was chatting to him for about 2 hours.
Did you tell him about Paddock FC? Did you? I bet you mentioned it once.
No, not once.
Oh, fuck. I also am a part owner of a football club. We've got more in common than you think, Ed.
But yeah, just a football fan.
It is mad. This is becoming the sort of the Graham Norton show, isn't it? Where you're just meeting the biggest celebrities in football. It's unbelievable.
It should be a way madder thing sitting there with Rio.
Yeah.
But actually, we've done that so fucking often. Like, he was kicking off us in the group the other day. He's like, no, I had a bev with us. I was like, we had a bev on Sunday night, you knobhead. Oh,
Isn't it mad that Rio Ferdinand is annoyed because he doesn't get to go out with you enough? How is that the world? If you said this to a sort of 25-year-old Steve,
I'd be confused.
Yeah.
Very confused.
Rio's just in 20 years' time, Rio's just texted you saying, why aren't you coming out with me more often? That's absolutely incredible.
I think we've got a team night out on Sunday.
Where?
Berlin.
Oh, fuck. I was going to try and sneak in, but I'm not going to Germany. I tell you, speaking of sneaking...
Well played, Joe.
Doesn't really work. But if you're trying to sneak something in this summer, you want to make sure it's well groomed. And that's where Manscaped come in, the sponsor of today's show. One sec. Because this right here is the brand new... Well, I mean, it's pretty obvious what it is, isn't it? It's the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Part of the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. And Manscaped are the biggest below-the-belt grooming brand for men in the world. And using the code Housen, you can get 20% off and free shipping. Steve, I know you love Manscaped. And at this time of year, what is it like if you don't get it right down there?
Nobody needs sweaty balls.
Nobody wants that. It's just genuinely, who the hell wants that? And the thing with Manscaped is they know that. And that's why the brand new performance package features the Lawnmower 5.0 with all the brand new features. Look at this. One head here, look, this foil piece. That'll take your hair down to the nub. Don't know why I've done that. And then you can interchange that with the traditional blade topper as well. I do this every time. I can't get it on. Anyway, you can do that if you want to. And that's your traditional, just taking it down a notch. This way you can have tapers, you can put a fade on it, you can put the Union Jack into it. Imagine having a really tight, high-end type fade on the on the pubes. That's a good idea, isn't it? Everyone knows that's a good idea. But it's not just the...
or a good Freddie Mercury stash going around
the whole thing. Yeah. You could put a circle around the whole lot with perfect tapered edges. But it isn't just the lawnmower. You've also got the crop preserver. One sec. The crop preserver ball deodorant. There's the crop reviver, crop soother ball toner as well. And
are you a teabagger with the crop preserver or a rubber?
Teabagger? What are you doing?
Like
putting it in your hand and lowering into it. I've never thought of that, but I might do going forward. These boxers. The wicking potential on these bad boys is absolutely insane. It all comes in the shed travel bag as well, so you can take it all with you, take it to the gym, take it on holiday, just take it to your friend's house to show off, really, because they're going to want it when you've got it.
Yeah, walk into your mates, holding it like a footballer walking into a stadium.
Perfect. Everyone will clap you into the house. And like I said, using the code HOUSEN, you can get 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. Like I said, check them out. The link is in the description, and it's just the code HOUSE, and then you get 20% off and free shipping. This time of year, I'm sweating just thinking about it. But luckily, downstairs, dry as a bone. Absolutely dry as a bone. Can we talk a little bit about football?
Nope.
Why?
We're not doing that. Let's ask the questions, or the commenters, what's going on in the questions. Right. Which animal would you like to get high with?
What kind of high? Just your traditional weed? If you're in a state where it's legal.
If this is in a state that's legal, let's say like an heroic dose of edibles with.
You got to think of something. It's not going to eat all the snacks. You can't be going for like a Labrador because you're not going to have anything to have yourself.
You just want more?
Nah, I need an animal that's going to share.
Right, I'm going to throw one out here. I'm going to say orangutan. Looks like a right laugh.
Too scarily strong for me.
Yeah, but
what if it gets weird?
It's just going to be chill.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool. You could probably lay on its belly.
Oh, mate, you imagine the cuddle you could have off an orangutan?
Yeah, using an orangutan is basically a beanbag. That would be wicked. That would be really good, actually.
And imagine him feeding you. He's going himself and then to you. Come on, man.
She's not over your shoulder. I think what's them big capybara bastards? They're like a big
it's like an enormous gerbil.
Yes.
It's like a gerbil the size of a fucking pit bull.
Yeah, like 7 or 8 of them around a little campfire would be quite cool. That would be really good. I said before, camel. A camel would be good. Popping one in the top of a dolphin's blowhole would be funny, wouldn't it? See if it can smoke. That's like doing it.
You're getting a bit wet though.
That's like doing it up the nose, isn't it? That was a joint, by the way, not any other drugs. What are you picking? Someone said a polar bear. That is too dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, they're just going to eat you.
Yeah.
Orangutans don't eat you. They just chill. And they can do sign language.
Can they?
Yeah.
Have you seen that? There's those apes that can like drive golf carts and stuff.
Also orangutans.
Can they?
And they look super cool doing it as well, by the way. I don't know how you can do that. How the fuck do you get that orangutan taught how to drive a golf buggy?
I can't really.
I know it's quite straightforward, but the whole mechanics of the steering and everything.
Yeah, and also the pedal. They've got to do the pedal and the steering. And loads of them smoke cigarettes as well. Loads of chimps and stuff are addicted to fags from like adverts in the 80s when they gave them fags. And then you forget that chimps live for like 80 years.
Oh,
so they're just like 50-year-old chimps
Marlboro a day, lad.
Smoking Marlboro a day, and they absolutely kick the fuck off if you don't give it to them. All those they're either addicted to PG tips or cigs. All of them. That is genuinely a thing. Someone said, "Oh, that's a good." It might even be an upgrade on the orangutan.
That's
panda.
A shout. Panda. They're gonna break your furniture, man, because they're so fucking clumsy. Yeah, at least an orangutan's just gonna chill in the corner.
They're rolling over everywhere, aren't they, and just falling off everything.
Just like you got a floor lamp. No, you haven't. Like your patio door. Not anymore.
He smashed through that. He's really apologetic and nice. But you do have
they're just fucking clumsy.
Yeah.
Do you know why they're endangered? Because they're fucking stupid.
Yeah, they are stupid. And they only eat one thing. They just eat bamboo shoots. That's not enough. How can you even get any sustenance out of that?
You sit there, fucking crack open a box of Pringles, and then he's just like, no, I'm going to eat my bamboo. Fucking bore off.
Yeah, that's boring. You want to be sharing. You want to be getting the wine gums out. Someone said a sloth, too slow. They're already slow enough. By the time you're asking for a drag, it's gone out. You're going to have to light it every single time it gives you. Penguin's quite cool. Just little flapping around the apartment.
I'm going to die laughing.
Yeah, that would be good. Someone said tangs are ginger. I like we're just cutting that down to tangs now. Orangutan, like just tangs. A lemur, they get high off centipedes.
What?
Let's look at that up.
What the hell now?
A lot of animals do this, don't they, where they get high on things. Lemurs get high on their millipede supply, according to atlasobscura.com. Wow. There could be a reason why lemur King Julian and his cronies act so erratically in Madagascar. And why they like to party so much, they might have been high on millipedes. The black lemur...
I'll have to have a rewatch of Madagascar. I bet there's someone sniffing a millipede at some point in that film. Just in the background.
I don't think they're sniffing them. I think they're eating them. They capture a large red millipede, but not to eat. Instead, the black lemur will bite the millipede gently and throw it back on the ground. This is the equivalent
Aren't they doing stuff with insects?
Are they?
I'm pretty sure.
This is the equivalent of a lemur taking a bong hit. That's not official. That can't be what Darwin says about it. When millipedes are picked up, their defence strategy is to curl up into a ball. And then their glands secrete a toxic combo of chemicals. That's pretty exciting, isn't it? Animals getting high, see? Everyone does it. A great white, that's just stupid. It couldn't possibly smoke because its
and
mouth
why are we
never...
sitting?
It ain't got any lips.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You can't just bite a joint.
All teeth.
A puffer fish, that's a good idea. It would take the whole thing in a single drag, though, wouldn't it? That is just...
I'm so dead laughing.
But it does it, and then you squeeze the pufferfish into your mouth. That's a hell of a way to get high. We have got a super chat, actually. Do you want me to read it, or do you want to carry on with this? Coach Zach says, it's back to football, you're going to hate this. Would love to see us keep Mason if I felt like he would actually pass the ball to Rasmus. I mean, I think we're past that point now, don't you? That ain't happening. Dad of Caesar says, any of you two know much about Kirkes, and can you see him as a future target? Steve, can we get a report on him?
Kirkes?
Yeah.
Oh, Zirkes.
Kirkes, what is he, Hungarian left-back?
Oh, no, don't really
Milos Kirkes. He plays for Bournemouth. I don't know a lot about him. He wasn't very good in the Euros, I will say that. Nomad Joe says, what have I walked into?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Yeah, hyena, but they're a real fucking aggressive dog.
Yeah, they've got one of the hardest bites in the animal kingdom as well, so if they turn bad, we can't be having that. Yeah, Bournemouth left back. Dolphins get high off pufferfish. See, it's not the only one, is it? It's actually not the only one.
Dolphins are a bit rum, though.
Isn't that thing about a lot of dolphins doing bad sex with their trainers and stuff?
Well played. Well danced around, yeah. Consent is not a thing that they know about.
Yeah, that is absolutely the worst thing in the world, isn't it? Imagine that.
But I think they also, kill other people's offspring so their mum will mate again and stuff, just
the worst.
Just rummage.
They're all. Do you know why that is?
Because
it's like the sort of thing that humans would do. Because they've got that big human brain, haven't they? So they've got the cruelty of humans almost. That's the sort of torture kind of shit we do.
The most intelligent species is?
It's got to be something big, because it's got to have a big head. Elephant?
No, I don't think so.
Go on.
Killer whales? Do you reckon they've got twice the IQ of humans?
Really? But just no hands to write anything down. That must be so gutted. Because think what Shakespeare.
Let me write you a song.
Yeah.
I can't fucking write.
I don't know what to do.
Anyway, let's go fuck up some sharks.
I tell you what, if you just put a Oculus Rift on it or whatever, and it could sort of type with its eyes, it could be writing some of the best music.
Do you reckon they've got 240 IQ and stuff?
But what are they doing with it? It's such a waste, that. That's like Usain Bolt working in Greg's whole life.
Apparently they've figured it out that they know how to just turn sharks upside down, and it hypnotises them. So they teach their young how to hunt sharks by just gripping a shark, going.
Have you seen this thing as well?
They do that. Killer whales hunt sharks.
I'm pretty sure that killer whales will do this thing where they will smash their noses into the liver of a great white shark, and it explodes and they die instantly.
See, you ain't doing that with the 88 IQ.
Let me just check this. Great white shark, liver, killer whale. The male killer whale killed the shark and consumed its liver all in under 2 minutes. They just go straight for the liver, and they just eat it, and that's all they eat, and then they leave it.
Super smart.
That is pretty smart. There's a shark with just a sort of liver hole in it. Great white shark with liver ripped off by orca.
Yeah, they bully the fuck out of great white sharks. Great white sharks have had a lot of PR because of Jaws, and the killer whale's just sitting there bitch.
And proper, look at that, proper like wasteful as well, only eating the liver. That's, again, this is like humans, isn't it? You realise the cruelty is like a thing that smart stuff does. It's getting high, it's being horrible to other species. It's a sad trait to believe in that, isn't it? The smarter things are, the more likely they are to torture other animals.
By that then, what's the nicest animal? Because it's therefore the fucking dumbest.
One of those handbag dogs.
They're horrible.
But they can't even have a brain.
They're fucking...
That's true. Hummingbird's got to be up there. Just living in bliss. Although, actually, no insects can have brains, surely. A jellyfish is just a brain, pretty much. Is it? It sort of looks just like a brain with legs on it, doesn't it? Someone said a red panda. Dolphins love to get high. This is happening. Missed 2 member milestones at the start. Oh, I did miss them, did I? Let me go back and double check them. I don't like killer whales anymore. They hunt in packs as well, don't they? Because they've basically.
Have you seen the thing where they like swim under the ice and have seals just dropping off because they've upturned it and stuff? They're mental.
Maybe I do like them actually.
Do not give killer whales hands.
No.
In case you were thinking about it.
That's what we need to do next, then, isn't it? Take the brain out of a killer whale, put it in a robot, an AI sort of assisted robots facility, and let that rule the country.
20p says China's tried it.
They probably have. Can they get? They don't have natural access to killer whales, do they?
I mean, they got boats.
Oh yeah, no, that's a good point.
Do you think they only just hang around in the Yellow Sea just chilling?
No, probably not. Mr. Creed MC says, turned in late, what the fuck are you chatting?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it at all.
Listen, it's fucking Friday. It's almost 5 o'clock. It's almost Germany, Spain. We know the second that whistle goes, everyone's just going to fucking leg it out of here.
Yeah.
So, listen, don't worry about it.
Just enjoy
There's
this
enough football going on.
Yeah.
We want to know, if we gave you a pack of edibles, what's your fucking animal draft look like?
What animal are you going for? Did we ever get to the bottom of... I know everyone's done this, but which animal's like the best at fighting in the world? Did everyone just agree it was polar bear?
Yeah, more or less. I think obviously terrain.
Yeah.
Home field advantage.
Yeah. If it's in a Coupland's bakery or whatever, an orca's not going to do very well. But if it's, a leisure centre with a swimming pool, it probably would do quite well.
Do better than you think, yeah.
Yeah. Polar bear's probably the one, isn't it?
What beats a polar bear on land?
On land. But the thing is land, because a polar bear's only ever seen ice, really.
I'd be alright on land.
Do you think?
Yeah, I see one at Chester Zoo.
Did it look well, though? Or is it where they look they're rocking back and forth and they're knitting and all that? Have you seen him?
No. Yeah.
Sad, isn't it?
What did Blake ask me? 5-year-olds asked the best questions, by the way.
Yeah.
Something about a giraffe's real. And I was like, yeah. She was like, right. I went, we've literally seen them.
But they don't feel real, do they?
They don't feel real, no.
It's like, why has nothing else got that neck? Llamas are trying. Alpacas
They're not
are
trying
doing their
very
best.
fucking
But
hard.
no one's trying. That's the thing. Sometimes evolution, I get there's a connection between everything, and there used to be other ones. But like a giraffe is so far doing its own thing. What did we used to have?
From its tongue to its golf club style of attack?
Yeah, to the fact that its neck is 50 times longer than any other animal that looks like that. Like you think a horse has got a bit of a long neck, but then a giraffe there's nothing in between a giraffe and a horse. Something's missing there.
And there's some core strength in that neck as well.
Yeah.
You don't see a giraffe with like a neck going on, do you? With
No.
like a whiplash thing going on.
No, they never sort of. Do you know when you get like a plant and you water it too much and it just weeps? You never see a giraffe and it's like, this giraffe is sad. Its neck has completely lost all turgidity.
Just a full fucking rubber. That would be rubbernecking, wouldn't it? Is a fucking giraffe giving it some like one of the inflatable.
That would be
fucking
so
tentacle
sad.
man.
Imagine going around the zoo and all the giraffes, because they haven't had enough water, they've just flopped off like that. That would be the saddest thing in the world, wouldn't it?
They're quite majestic looking animals.
They're unbelievable.
Despite being super fucking weird.
Have you ever seen an elephant in real life? Up close? They're incredible.
I got hit by an elephant when I was about 5 or 6.
When you say that like it was going 30 miles an hour down a motorway, what do you mean you got
I went
hit
to
by an
a
elephant?
safari park in Germany and I got fucking battered by its trunk.
Did it hurt?
Fucking right it did, yeah, it knocked me off my feet.
Did you bang your head?
No, it was like a bit sandy, sort of, just fucking put me on my ass.
I love that.
The trunk's all meat, Joe.
Just gone.
The trunk's all meat. That's not helium in there.
It's a big nose, isn't it?
It's a big old meaty fucking...
Yeah, they are mad, actually.
So yeah, just 5-year-old Steve, probably gobbing off. Just was like, fucking move.
You were kicking its ankles and stuff. Why do your legs look like snooker table legs? And then it twatted you. Something like that. We've got a super chat here. Gareth Murphy says, Jay spelled J-E-Y, which I've never seen before. Is Jay single, looking for a date for my gran?
No, he's not.
He's not, but...
Ask him nicely.
Yeah, he might be willing to turn up. Isaac says, an elephant ate my mum's scarf off her neck. Ate a scarf. That's great.
You can't say robbed it, he's not going to put it on.
No, that is true. Giraffe fighting is hilarious. Yeah, they do just, it's like conkers, isn't it? Like they use the head as
it's
a
like
whipping
golf
mechanism.
Club kind of affair.
That's unbelievable.
What else you got to do?
Well, have you ever seen did you know that a giraffe, they stand up on their rear legs and whip their feet down?
Yeah, that would look like a bit of working.
And they can kick a lion's head clean off.
Wait, clean off?
I don't know if it's...
I'm sure, I could easily say, yeah, they can concuss them. They could probably knock them out. They could maybe even kill them. But clean off, Joe. Clean off.
Right, this is the Indian Express.
I'm going to give you skeptical eyes over the clean off.
www.indianexpress.com.
Right.
And it says it themselves, journalism of courage. So they're not going to lie, okay? World Giraffe Day 2019, for those who celebrate. Actually, June 21st. It's only just passed. How a giraffe's kick can behead a lion, and other facts from a science teacher. That's a science teacher, they're not going to lie. That's absolutely exceptional. I do have to subscribe to read any of the information, but the headline is not going to lie. That is cool, isn't it? Imagine you saw that.
I'm still going to give you skeptical eyes.
Okay, well, what more do you want? You don't trust the courage, the journalism of courage from Indian Express? Someone in the comments must know that a giraffe can kick a lion's head off. That's
the most playground sentence anyone's ever said.
My dad kicked a lion's head off once. I mean, I don't know what more to say. A crow pulls a pigeon's head off. That's the video I'm watching now. Oof. That is clean off. Someone said it. Swan's wing is so strong it can behead a child. That's not true. That isn't true at all. Someone said, can confirm I am a lion. See?
Yes, this is exactly why we wanted to be honest, at this time of the day.
The spelling is poor enough to consider the fact that he could be beheaded. I don't think... Cassowaries are mental. They can kick and rip out your guts and sound like a dinosaur.
What?
A cassowary. Did you know about these?
Is that the shoe bill?
No. A cassowary is one of the sort of flightless birds, like your ostrich, your rhea, your cassowary. Clayton. But your cassowary is very, very dangerous. Crass. But yeah, they can... there used to be another one that's even more dangerous called the... Oh, what's it called? Something like a dinosaur bird. Something like... I'll have to find out what it's called. That could...
Spin it and show.
Well, I've accidentally gone on a picture of some hearing aids, but I think I spelled cassowary wrong.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. I'm accidentally on hearing aids. Did you mean cassowary? There you go. Look at this. Arguably one of the sort of prettier birds. It does look like a dinosaur.
It definitely looks like honestly, when you say like dinosaurs had feathers,
yeah,
they look like that.
Yeah, they do.
What noise does it make, Joe?
Well, it says dinosaur, didn't it?
I want you to enact the noise it makes. Flawless. Genuinely flawless.
It can't be too dissimilar to that, can it? What's the one? What is the dinosaur bird that was massive that could pull a human in half?
Pterodactyl, surely.
No, it can't be. It's something that you've not heard before. What was it now? I can't think what it was. Sorry, 5 o'clock then. Let's just talk about this game. Germany versus Spain. Do you think the winner of this wins the Euros?
They should. If justice and things are right in the world. These are the best 2 teams in the competition.
Yeah. They are by a mile even, aren't they? I would go as far as to say is they're the only 2 teams that look any good.
Yeah.
Who else has looked good?
Austria.
Yeah.
Until they played someone who's good. Not as good as them.
Yeah, that was weird. They look good as an underdog, but as soon as go and beat Turkey, you'll be all right.
And they went,
we conceded instantly. But I think Germany never stay bad for very long. The fact that they're the host nation is going to be hard to beat. But Spain look unbelievable. They actually look really good.
Well, they've got the possession ability. Rodri in centre mid is just an absolute treat for anybody. They've got a solid defence.
Yeah.
But they've just played forwards who just want to attack. And they've got pace. And you've got Morata just doing like a proper workman-like level of performance. Let's just have these two young stars just letting them have it. I'll sort of hold the fort in the middle.
Yeah.
You've got the midfield that's mint around it.
Yeah, Rodri is becoming one of the best midfielders certainly of this generation, but he's entering that like a couple more years of this and you're with the
he's
top
almost
dogs,
like Seedorf sort of like mythical.
It does my head in really, but because he's only 28.
Yeah, he's a bit good, isn't he?
He's unbelievable.
But he's got Welsh eyebrows, so there is that.
What's going on with that?
No idea. You can throw out all sorts of accusations, and I'm sure I might. So.
Well, obviously I'm not saying that this is true, but I've seen people tweeting that image of him with like when he signed with his lovely bushy eyebrows to now, and it looks like he's been at a stag do, and people saying steroids, but not that we're saying that he is. What steroids make your eyebrows fall off? Are you aware of that? But have you seen people saying that?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. I just think people have gone, there's a weird thing. Let's
it
just
must
say
be steroids. I love that. Because when you think of the great bodybuilders, they've got eyebrows. Have they?
Don't think Ronnie Coleman did.
I'm looking at Ronnie Coleman. Oh my God.
Has he not got eyebrows?
Wait a sec. Not hugely.
Oh, we've only cracked the case.
We've cracked the case. Well, the Ronnie Coleman one on steroids.
Speaking of cracking the case, what's going on with Jay Slater?
I think it's all gone wrong on it. Did you? It's so. Have you ever seen? And I don't know the best way to word this. A situation that, on the face of it, is sad, like really, like upsetting, difficult, horrible, potential loss of life, and all that sort of stuff. Be memed and joked about this much before we know what's going on ever. I don't think I've ever seen it before.
Probably
someone's gone missing, and the only thing people are saying is piss taking in a Facebook group.
The Facebook group was wild off the bat. I think people's spidey senses, and they might be correct, but people's spidey senses went, this don't add up. As soon as people are like, who's the lad that's disappeared, and then you see that he's been in connection with some sort of machete attack.
Yeah,
that's a bit rum. And then there's been at some guy who's been convicted of selling drugs house. There's loads of talk of like drug involvement early doors. Oh, well done, Dej.
Yeah, beautiful stuff.
There's loads of talk.
Thank you very much.
Sort of drug involvements and things like that. Then there's the lady that comes on to talk about him. She wants her face hidden. And it was just like, there was a lot of red flags, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Like Tiananmen Square in like the late 80s.
Yeah.
Loads of red flags.
The official story isn't quite stacking up, is it?
No, and then why is there a GoFundMe?
Don't know, and it started weirdly quick as well. I don't know.
Like, it was like the GoFundMe was up before they'd phoned the police. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, but it was quick.
But yeah, it was like, I can imagine if you went missing, it's not probably one of the first three things for me to do is like, right, Joe's gone missing. I'll just set up just a GoFundMe. What for? For stuff and things.
Can I tell you what? I've just realised. If someone you knew and liked went missing, the documentary on what you do to try and find them would be an absolute all-timer. You would go...
I'm too busy, Joe.
No, you...
How much do I like them?
You really like them. Let's say, maybe it's like Rio Ferdinand. Rio's gone missing.
Rio's big enough to fucking look after himself.
And they need you.
They've got a lot of problems.
Here we go. Night vision goggles. Face paints.
One of the kids we might do this for.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's one of your kids.
Yeah, all right, but there's going to be a trail of bodies.
Yeah, and you're just completely still for 6 weeks. Just what mode are you going into there? What are you doing? If you've got to find someone, they may be in a desert or in the mountains in Tenerife. What are you doing?
Well, let's be honest. Jaden turns 18 tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's definitely in the bracket of individual that would go missing on a lad's holiday. I think the first thing I'm doing is getting the first flight I can out there.
Yeah.
And probably ringing a couple of friends.
How much soil are you tasting?
I ain't got them skills. I would love to have them skills.
I'm eating so much soil that I'm probably hospitalised. And then you need to get back out there.
I saw it on a film.
Taste more soil. Could taste his footprints. So you're out there.
Yeah.
Then what happens? Are you just knocking on every door?
Yep.
Are you in the woods covered in your own shit?
No,
just
I think
hiding?
you've got to go out there and you've got to fucking knock on doors, man.
Yeah.
I think you've got to go and do it busy. Like, the amount of people that I've seen with this group allegedly just flying out there and just fucking pitching up my sun lounger.
All inclusive in it.
What's fucking going on, man?
Yeah, it is weird.
I'm literally the guy that people are going, you need to go home now. And I'm fighting them. We're going, it's not fucking happening.
Yeah. You're removing everyone from that island. You get there, everyone else leaves. It's just you, whoever's got him, and the
Because, like, straight away they're, like, giving back. We don't know who's got, like...
Yeah, that was weird.
The whole story of, like, he's gone off-road, you imagine... I try and put myself in that thing and I go, we need to go find him.
Yeah. Because he could have just wandered off in a drunken state and passed out somewhere.
Yeah, or have you seen him? Has anyone picked him up? Like, he doesn't speak the language, so, maybe I check the hospitals. It doesn't feel like any of that was done. It feels like they kind of knew what had happened, and maybe we needed a little bit of money to sort this problem out. And then there's the whole Rolex going missing thing. A drug dealer's Rolex goes missing, and now there's a GoFundMe. Is it related? And who the fuck is donating to that GoFundMe, by the way?
Not me. I didn't donate 400 quid at all. Can I get any of that back if I did? Because I thought at the time it was a good cause. Someone said... Oh, wait a sec. Max Gomez says, just saw on The Athletic that it wasn't a new contract, but that United triggered the 1-year extension on Ten Hag.
Yeah, we fucked up on a pod yesterday.
Yeah, it was sort of announced as we were live but it's a 1 year. It's still a 1 year extension, but it's a sort of pre-agreed extension.
It's actually nothing like what they're selling it as.
But they're trying to show it as a sort of...
They was like, ta-da, he's staying.
Yeah.
When actually it's, we extended him by the 1 year that was already in his contract right now because we clearly couldn't come to an agreement about whatever it is that's going to happen beyond then. And we want to give the impression that all is well.
But one potential good thing is there was reports of the whole sort of Ten Hag veto. They didn't like it. They didn't like that he could veto transfers. That was I don't know if that was true, but that was one thing reported. If it's just an extension of his current contract, then that veto will still be in there, won't it? Because it's just the same.
Yes,
you would assume
technically, yeah. If it's an extension, it's the same.
So it's the same thing. So that's one thing that he clearly has kept, which is probably good for him. Maybe he was more keen to sign the extension. Maybe he didn't want a 2-year extension.
So he's kicking his renewal down to 12 months, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe, yeah.
Well, it's again, this whole comes up in 12 months.
Yeah, because we're going to have to... So, no, it's 2026, isn't it?
Yeah, so you need to figure it out in 12 months because that's 2025 next year.
Sorry, and then you've got 1 year after that. But by then we'll know if it's going to... Not if it's going to work out permanently, but if we finish 5th or 6th next season, I don't think he's staying.
A lot of people asking questions saying, I didn't know about the plus one. But we did cover the plus one was quite well known, actually.
Yeah.
And people saying, are these plus ones going to go away under anyone else? I doubt it because a lot of people throw in that. It's a little bit of a free card to play for the club if they want to play. Like, who've we just let go? Tony Marshall, think he had a plus one and we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't
exercise our rights to the plus one.
Yeah, I think Varane may have even had that too. I think he's been here 4 years and he had a 4+1, and we've just done 4 years and see you later. Do you know in other sports like basketball, they have a player option where the player gets to decide if the plus one is activated or not, obviously giving them more power. But in football, I've never seen that. It's only ever the club that has that extra power, isn't it?
So Mbappe's contract is at Real Madrid. It probably got some shit like that in.
Yeah, probably has.
I watched a video yesterday from the Atlanta Eagles.
Hawks? Falcons?
Basketball.
Hawks.
It was a bird of prey. So they've just redone their stadium, 390 million indoor gaff.
That's a lot for what's probably, 25,000 seater?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Mate, it's all execs.
Is it?
Obviously it's American, so they've got fucking no shame in trying to justify that they've binned off 100 seats behind the basket on one side and built a bar in the shape of a hawk. But
a hawk is not conducive to drinking out of.
Google it. Atlanta Hawk Bar. What do you say? Courtside.
Atlanta Hawk Stadium Bar.
Courtside bar.
Oh, it's on the ground.
Yeah, they fucked off 100 seats behind one of the nets and built a bar for all the execs to stand by and fucking look at us. Yeah.
That's absolutely gross.
And then, so I watched the rest of the video in gobsmacked. And all they were doing was giving you a tour of all the exec areas.
Yeah, look at all the execs all over the time.
The fucking exec areas in this gaff. They'll have it paid for in a fucking fortnight.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I think a season
But
tickets...
no one in American sports kicking off about it. It's like,
because America is fundamentally built on capitalism. And it always has been. There's never been
where's your atmosphere? Behind the fucking net. Isn't that not where your ultras are? What's the basketball?
Super Dupers.
Super Dupers.
Yeah.
Right? Where's the Super Dupers going to... Now they got to watch all these fucking knobs paying 25 grand a ticket to go and fucking stand by the Hawk bar. By the way, I mean it is in the shape of a fucking hawk's head.
Yeah, it's their logo.
Yeah.
The Hawks logo is what that bar looks like, which is not the shape that a bar could ever really be.
No, it's mental.
What do you think United are going to do that? There'll be something, because you've been to the Etihad presumably. That's got the sort of ring of execs all the way around the middle. A lot of the new stadiums have that sort of power tunnel. United are going to do all that, aren't they?
I've got it. We've already got it.
But not everywhere in the same way. It wasn't built from the ground up with
No,
you've got the best view in the house.
Yeah.
Right.
That was insane. The level and the detail of stuff that was going for, and the way they were just absolutely stroking themselves, talking about what they're going to do for their execs.
Yeah. It's not the same though, is it? There's not the same rivalries. It's much more, I'm going to go to the game tonight, or we should get tickets to the game. It's not
who did I go to the Yankees with? Was it Ronaldo? Me and Ronaldo went to the Yankees. And it was... I think I actually get American sports more experience in American sports than I think I watch football to watch the sport.
Yeah.
Which might sound like a mad statement, but let me land. I think Americans watch a lot of their sports to hang out.
Yeah.
So the primary function is me and Joe are going to go to the ball game. Me and Joe are going to just chat all the way through it.
Yeah.
And the game's the distraction on in the corner.
Yeah.
Whereas I go to the match and I'm like, I watch the fucking match.
Yeah. It's like you're not going...
And then I chat afterwards.
You're not going to the pub because you're a big fan of the Spotify playlist that they have. No. It just happens to be on almost... You're enjoying it, you might dance along.
It's the same.
But you're not going for the pub, you're going for the atmosphere.
And the reason that probably doesn't exist in the UK, certainly in the modern era, is obviously you're not allowed to drink in your seat, whereas in America you are.
You think that'll ever come back?
Yeah, I do.
It's sort of the introduction of safe standing, bringing beers back. They probably think they're tempting fate a little bit, sort of hooliganism.
I don't think it's even close to being like it was in the 80s.
No, I think social media has put an end to that. I think if people who become, I know obviously fights and stuff still happen at football matches, but if it became a thing, the amount of naming and shaming that you'd see on social media, the amount
fucking
of
grass is everywhere.
I don't think it would last. I don't think people would risk it on that level that they do or that they used to. I just can't see it happening personally. Don't know. We'll see. We've got 8 minutes until kick-off, Steve.
Well, let's ride it right till the wheels come off and then leg it.
Okay, perfect. Heaven Soul says, depending on the sport, I think they've done a whole thing to create a day event out of sports, tailgating, etc. For NFL, I get it, because there's, 18 games a season if you don't make the playoffs.
Only half of them are at home.
Only half of them at home. It's between...
Mate, you can make an event, couldn't you? If football was only once a month where you are, you would go all out.
Yeah, you would. It would be unbelievable. But
you've got 25, 26 home games a year.
Yeah.
It's a bit much.
Basketball, you're getting 38 home games a season. I think, baseball, don't they play 150 games a season?
They play 4 or 5. Don't they play twice in a day sometimes?
They play, I don't know about twice in a day, but they'll definitely play every night of the week. It's like cricket.
And only the superstars play Friday, Saturday, though. So they play their third and second string teams on the Wednesdays and Thursdays. But they go into your record still.
It still counts. I don't get it. I don't get some things about American sports are so catered towards
just what goes on
the money and it's got to be drama that it does lose it a little bit for me.
I think MLS is going to introduce relegations eventually.
That'd be such a good idea if they did. But then how does that affect the draft system? Because that's one reason we can't have drafts in the UK. Because who gets them? Just the Premier League, or do you? And where do they come from?
Well, no. Let's do it. Let's open a draft. Because as the sport grows, there's going to be more people entering the draft. Maybe you get less picks. Maybe there's less wastage. Because I reckon there's a massive percentage of people enter the draft, go to Miami, never fucking see the pitch. So if they went to... So you've got the NASL?
Not sure. I'll have a look.
North American Soccer League? Is that
correct?
Like the tier 2?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And I think that's got 2 divisions.
Okay.
I don't know if there's promotion and relegation between those. Just fucking combine the streams, man. Yeah. Just merge that shit. Now, obviously, anyone who's a current MLS team's like, fuck you. We're not doing that.
No.
But I think that's where maybe the American FA, I don't know what that's called, needs to maybe oversee the game and introduce that shit, because then you'll have teams rising through the ranks, like all those like Forward Madison, Oakland Roots, them sorts of teams. They could end up in the MLS, and that would strengthen the culture of football in America. Like they've well shit the bed at Copa America. Like people talk about, if America started taking football serious, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. It don't work like that. And by the way, you've probably got more numbers of kids playing football in America now than I would say outside of Brazil, anywhere in the fucking world, maybe China, right?
Yeah.
But I reckon that because of the numbers, that soccer is what kids play in America.
Yeah.
I would love to see the numbers and compare it to like England.
But even compare it to Uruguay. There's 3 million people there, and they have at least 2 world-class players at any one given time. It's not about pure numbers, it's about structure, society, the desire to do it, just the pure, like, if I don't do this, you know, my family won't eat. Like, that plays into these things. There's a reason why certain places have been incredible at football, despite not having the resources you would think. But would you want the draft system from America in Britain? Would you a way to work that? Because I know you like the draft as an idea.
I like it as an event.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it as an event. I think you could do it. I think the way you couldn't introduce it in the Premier League because the level. I don't think people have a fucking clue how high the level is in the Premier League. Like genuine, I think the worst Premier League player you can think of, if he came down and played Power League with you, you'd have your head in your hands.
Yeah.
I don't think you really understand how fucking truly good Ashley Young is, or someone like that.
Yeah, Vegas, who didn't score a Premier League goal, is by far the best player you've ever seen in the world.
Between you and your mates, and you would argue to the death that he was the best player in the world if you saw him, you know, at 6 feet sort of distance. I think if there was stricter rules on how many academy players, like if you had like a registration squad of 25 for your like 16 and ups.
Yeah.
Because City have got like fucking hundreds. United have got a fair few, but City have got fucking loads. And I think if you put all of those into some sort of an administrative system, now who administers that? The FA are not going to do it. It's not Wembley, so they're not asked. But if they then did a draft and it started with the 92nd professional team gets first pick, that'd be a really good thing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Now the Manchester United might elect to be like, I'm not interested in any of them kids. And you pass on your turn. That'd be a good way to do it. Yeah. So you have all these kids going to a draft and we make a big event of it. And who came... Oh, it won't be the team that got relegated, will it? It'll be whoever got promoted out of National League. So you get first pick. You come out of the National League, you get first pick, and then so on and so on and so on and so on and so on, all the way up through League 2, League 1, Championship, and then you might get to the Championship, and some teams in the Championship say, there's nothing there for us, thanks. Yeah. And they just skip. But those teams that are always fucking struggling for a kid... League 1, League 2. What a fucking great way to re-nourish the roots.
And also, if nothing else, you get first pick from whatever. City buy him off you for 20 million.
Boom.
Like, now all of a sudden, you've got shitloads of money, and it would probably take a generation or two to sort of wash its way through and even itself out. But there would be some element of that would really give teams like, I don't, Colchester or Gillingham or whatever a chance to make money quickly or have a top player quickly, in a way that at the minute it's all just top players go to City, United and Arsenal or Chelsea, whatever.
Yeah, or maybe give it a real as a club, because United and City and everybody, they give out pro deals like fucking sweets to 17-year-olds.
Because they might as well.
Why not limit them to 10 or 5? Okay, so the kids that if he's not in your top 5 picks, he definitely isn't going to play for United.
No.
Because the lads that are in the top 5 picks are probably not going to play for United.
No.
So if he's your 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th fucking pro that you're giving out, he ain't going to make it. So he goes into the draft. And maybe you make it National League North and South. Yeah. Because they'll go into those teams and start.
Yeah.
And boom, now we're flying.
That would be good. A way to sort of level things out with it's not just handing people cash.
Yeah.
That would be quite good, actually.
Because the number one thing is recruitment. And like you said, it isn't just about, we've got a player, he's 16, 17, so he's not going to start everywhere, but you give him a year or two's development somewhere. And it is a redistribution of the wealth, because that fucking trickling down for the TV stuff just is not happening.
No.
That might be a way to do it.
I quite like that. I do quite like that.
Vote for Ste. I've got loads of good ideas.
Max Gomez says, to be honest, I don't know if this feels like 100% backing. I think they're talking about Ineos with Ten Hag. I get that Ineos are laying down the foundations to support him, but it doesn't feel like concrete enough of a backing, but I don't know. I mean, the most concrete of backings was David Moyes' contract for 6 years, and he got sacked after 8 months. So There is no concrete backing in football, unfortunately. Garlic Bread Man, which is a great name, says, did you see Rob Harris's tweet about the ruling of allowing us to play Europa League with Nice, but we can't buy or sell players to them? Were we talking about it just before we went live or while we were live? One of the two. Yeah, you can't do it. I don't quite get why you can't loan players, though. Because you're allowed to loan players between two clubs in the same competition in the Premier League.
I don't see what the ruling achieves.
No.
When clearly, like, I've seen Red Bull sell players back and forward between themselves and all be in the Champions League. When did this fucking ruling?
It came in this season, or the end of last season, or the start of last season. Just after Shesko went from Leipzig to Salzburg to Leipzig or whatever it was. Sia says, any tips on how to Google Stretford Paddock ownership? I'm not very good with technology.
Right, I'll explain what this means to you.
Is this a
On
thing?
a video I was saying yesterday, I was saying I don't want people to become owner members of Stretford Paddock if they don't know how to just... Because I get a lot of questions saying, where do I find the how to join the membership? I'll just Google Stretford Paddock fan ownership. Are you Googling Stretford Paddock fan ownership?
Stretford Paddock ownership. Fan ownership is the top thing. So yeah, if you can't find that, maybe...
Yeah, I don't really want you. Because let's be honest, democracy's great. But if there's like me, you and a doctor in the room, and we go, right, what's wrong with Joe?
Yeah.
And the doctor's like, it's this ailment, and it's very simple, he just needs to take these pills. And me and Joe go, well, we don't agree.
Yeah.
That's not democracy working, is it really?
No. It shouldn't just be everyone's vote matters the same as everyone else's on everything. Because, yeah, that doctor might know a bit more than us.
So I want people to join Stretford Paddock membership because I want their input, but not if they're fucking dumb.
Not if they can't Google Stretford
If they can't
Paddock
Google
ownership.
that, then they clearly don't have any fucking business deciding how the fucking club runs. Because let's be honest, that was very simple, wasn't it?
It was pretty simple, yeah. I didn't even have to put Stretford Paddock FC ownership. Right, that's going to be all. The kickoff was 1 minute ago.
Right, let's go watch the game.
Spain versus Germany. Score prediction quickly.
Very tight, goal in it. Don't know.
I think Germany will do him 1-0. Right, that's going to be all from us. Thank you for watching. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. And make sure you check out Manscaped. The link is in the description. Again, use the code HOUSEN to get 20% off and free shipping. The link is in the description. Go and check out Manscaped. This part of the year in particular, sweaty, claggy. You don't want to get caught unawares. We'll see you in a bit.